All right, welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back to Man Cave Arcade.
How many? Okay, I've got 16. And there's 4 left. I know where they all are. All right, cool. Wah! Bam!
Boom!
And I love cartoons and I love comic books. And
Yeah.
this game has like a very like that influence is very strong. Like with like stars when you hit things. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
pow! Like the sound effects, all the cartoony like.
generally like stereotypical cartoony stuff always provides a gold mine of stylized. Like,
yeah.
Like if you want to stylize your game, you can just go for like oldish cartoony vibe, and then it will just make itself as you're thinking of it.
Camera-based controls. Okay. Yeah. I can open this.
It's a similar kind of thing for Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, what's the code, Bentley?
Clues have led me to believe that the code for this vault
Led me to believe. 792. And your prize is a new car.
It'd be great if it didn't work. It was just like your clue comprehension skills are terrible, Bentley.
Yeah.
from the Thievius Raccoonus.
The Thievius Raccoonus. Okay, that was not it.
Old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move.
Oh, this is actually
Press
pretty
the
useful.
triangle
Okay.
button to use it.
Yeah, the twirly jump forward.
Yeah, watch this. So now there's like almost every level has an ability. So, like, you can go through the game without any of these, but they're really fun, and they allow you to approach
Just
different things differently. Yeah. Because Sly has so much style.
That's a cool thing. You can go through the entire game without it, but like, the abilities aren't technically necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played Sly, but from what I gather and from playing other platformers, the abilities aren't particularly necessary. But like, the way you learn to incorporate them into your own playstyle gives you like this sort of choice. In like
Yeah.
in a game where normally the stages are linear and it's just an obstacle course, you still have like your own style of getting through it.
Yeah, I really like
But your plan
that
is flawed.
way of approaching it in a platformer. It's interesting. You'll find that in a good platformer, any ability that's necessary, you get no matter what.
Yeah.
And this game follows the same rules, but also they ease you into that ability. Whereas with other abilities, unless there's some specific way to obtain it, and some level that you get it in, that then, like Shovel Knight has levels for specific items where you use only that item to complete that level, and it gets you used to it. And then when you then do a level that uses that item, you kind of can recognize, okay, this is what I need to use here, and also this is how I use it.
Yeah. This game has time trials, right?
It does.
Yeah.
I've actually not done them before.
New abilities, usually when they're not like instrumental to completing the game, new abilities normally help you quite well with time trial.
Can help you.
Like crashes in Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, yeah,
Normally
the
there's like a
villain's
sprint
talking.
ability, so you can just run as fast as you want.
What's he saying? Can I turn subtitles on?
This isn't Sonic Adventure 2. Where they just force the subtitles down your throat.
Yeah, I guess you can't. It's a bummer. You guys probably can't hear it because it's pretty quiet. The audio mixing in this game in particular are actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
The voices are really quiet compared to everything else.
It goes to most like early 2000s games.
I don't want to do that level first. I don't know which one this is, but
Oh, this is a machine.
yeah, man. Just playing this game makes me happy. Just
Better close those furnace doors. Jump and press the square button. That'll slam them shut.
in this
Wait,
game.
so he tells you that? Yeah. Well, he just did. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because when I played it, like,
Maybe you
you'd
weren't
already
listening.
beaten the stage, so,
Oh right.
I just figured it out by myself.
Eureka!
I think it would have been a better design choice if
To
they
not tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I guess I'm like I'm 17. I'm
Dang it.
watch out, don't fall.
Yeah.
But
talking and playing a game is
Basically,
harder than most people think.
if I was like a tiny child, then I guess it would. If I was like 7 or something, I guess it would be more difficult to figure that out, or maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. But I feel like they should just let you figure it out, because it wasn't like an insanely difficult thing, you know.
Yeah. Well, you'd find also for people that age, they probably aren't listening,
Exactly.
and then we'll have to figure it out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like.
Or if you were like me at that age, you paid way too much attention to what they were saying, and then you'd paid so much attention to detail that like things that weren't important at all you'd think were.
So, I'm gonna probably continually throughout Man Cave Arcade reference stuff I know about game design, and that's from a course I took. At the moment, I'm not at liberty in my mind to say where and when, but I did a course in game design one summer. Oh, I said when. And yeah, I learned a lot. It was really cool, and it's really interesting. Can't remember where I was going with this, but I was saying, oh yeah, the one thing I learned, one of my professors talked about was the I feel smart feeling.
Hey.
And that's such a powerful feeling. Like, if you have a goal to just let that happen for a player, just to create situations where they can then say to themselves, I feel smart, like, they'll enjoy your game. Like, and like, letting someone figure out how to use a mechanic, like, is like a great way of doing that. Like, just automatically makes you feel like, man, I figured that out all on my own. I'm awesome. Like, it's really cool. So, yeah. Oh, didn't time that well.
Good thing I had the horseshoe, right?
Yeah, I lost 2 horseshoes already.
I think that ties in a lot with the whole platformers for kids and then like RPGs and stuff for older people. Because in RPGs you're gonna have to explain things because they typically have. It's not like, oh yeah, there's an obstacle in my way. How do I get through it? This is how. It's like, I need to know how to use this mechanic and what this ability does to like effectively use it in battle or whatever.
I think I may have missed a. Yeah, I did.
So in like a non-kids platform, I mean in kids platforms they explain it usually. They just tell you what to do usually.
Yeah.
But,
or it's pretty linear.
Yeah. But like I don't know. I
That was
feel
some good. Did you see that if you get stuck, it unsticks you? Oh no. So it launches you back out if you get into like a constant fall.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's good testing happened there. No Skyrim style.
Yeah.
I'm falling on nothing.
I can just drive a horse up the mountain.
Yeah. Just tap Y. Just keep jumping.
He's okay. He's fine.
It's always funny when you go into third person doing that.
It's like, what is going on? Yeah.
Going back to what you were saying. Whoops.
You should not have looked away.
Yeah, I looked away at one timer and then at the like notepad to see like how we're doing on time, but which we're fine at the moment. But yeah, it's funny. Like going back to the RPG and platformers for kids, whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting also that you say that because I was thinking, well, there are platformers for adults, and I was like, wait a minute, but they have RPG elements mixed in, which is really interesting. That
it's really hard to like market a simple platformer to adults because the nature of them is they're gonna be for kids. Like that's how video games started.
Oh, it's actually good that we died because I can get the
special thing. Yeah. That's a video games were like most like I think most or all video games for like in the 80s and stuff were basically just platformers, right? And there were I mean aside from like the arcades.
Yeah, I was gonna say the arcade scene was very much not that.
Yeah, exactly.
In I think Super Mario Brothers was 85, like 86, and that kind of started the platform craze. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to use my brain for a sec, okay? hot sec.
Hey, pay attention! This is dangerous! But,
I thought you were gonna say like pay attention, like we're learning. Like, but yeah, I think talking about
platform is 80s. Basically, when video games started becoming like a market,
yeah,
like after they crashed.
which Nintendo dominated.
Yeah, it was.
Well, the golden
It
age.
was like they were marketed towards children,
yeah,
and they were platformers. And then there was like some RPGs like Earthbound and stuff, but those were generally for like people who were slightly older.
yeah.
And it's something that's carried on like even today.
Well, I'd say, what do you think? I think Metroid is probably aimed at like a medium
like,
age audience too.
The idea of Metroid is that it's like
Dark and spoopy.
it's not even that. It's like it's you have to explore.
Yeah.
You have to backtrack a lot.
Yes.
You have to go to different areas to use items that you find later after you've passed that area. And that's not something that most kids would be like very good at or interested in. Like, when I was a kid, I found games like Metroid boring.
Yeah.
Well, when I heard about like Metroid Prime games, I was in this like phase when I just had to get all of the good exclusive Wii U games. So I got like Metroid Prime 3, and I wasn't too interested in it because at the time I wasn't much of a. It was like fairly new, and I wasn't much of a fan of that kind of genre. But like, yeah, generally, those kinds of Metroid as a platformer isn't really a kid's platformer, is it?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Like, I mean, even I, playing it as quote unquote an adult. I'm 17, but whatever. I get confused. I'm like, where do I go? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
And like, I still haven't beat it because freaking, what's the name of the crocodile man? I don't know the name of the bosses.
Ridley?
No, Ridley's the dragon
Quaid.
thing. No. Dennis Quaid.
No, sorry,
Randy
Quaid,
Quaid.
not Quaid.
Quaid? I think it's close. Something like that. But yeah, he's really hard.
Quaid is like a big worm lizard thing.
Yeah.
Like a fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the thing
Quaid,
I'm
yeah.
stuck on. All right. Next time on Man Cave Arcade, we'll do the next level.
See ya.